welcome to the first episode of Comic Book Overhaul. This will be a monthly series that will start today by bringing you whenever I get my comic books from the store. And let's just get started. We're going through Marvel and then finishing up with DC. Let me know what comic books you bought this month and what are your favorite series that you're reading right now. So first off, we have Obi-Wan and Anakin issue number 2. I am yet to start reading the series because it will be a mini-series of only 5 issues. So I'll keep them, and then when I get the last issue, I will read it through and through. Up next is Contest of Champions issue number 5. I am loving the series so far. The way the story integrates villains against villains and heroes against heroes. These are my favorite type of stories. Up next is Avengers Standoff issue number 1. I think this is a crossover event that will involve every Avengers title going on right now. I can't remember exactly what the story will be, but that's basically the gist of it. Up next is All New, All Different Avengers issues number 5 and number 6. I had my doubts with this series because I don't care for half of the roster in here, but the Avengers has always been our favorite title because of what they stand for and everything. But this is only my second favorite Avengers title going on right now, and I will show you the second one in a little bit. My favorite Avengers title right now is Uncanny Avengers, and this is Uncanny Avengers issue number 5. This cover just tells you the whole story. I love the dynamic of this team. Mutants and Avengers working together. I love it. Up next is the New Avengers issue number 6. I don't think they still know where the story is going. That's why I'm kind of up and down on this. But the art is good. I kind of like the story. I just don't know what they are going with it. Up next, The Ultimates issue number 4. I'm yet to start reading the series, but I got it because I always love the Ultimate Universe, and I like the people involved in this, and I like the roster. Up next is Invincible Iron Man number 6. Tony Stark, man. We love the guy and we hate the guy all at the same time, and we can't deny it. This story is being great so far. Up next is Sam Wilson, Captain America issue number 6. I love Sam Wilson, I love Captain America, but I don't love Sam Wilson Captain America, so I can't wait for Steve Rogers to come back as Captain America. Hawkeye issue number 4. Jeff Lemire just continues bringing great content to the series. Hawkeye is such an interesting character. For those of you who only watch the movies, try reading some Hawkeye because it's great. I do love Hawkeye in the movies still, but it's nothing in comparison. Astonishing Ant-Man issue number 5. I am loving Ant-Man series. This is my favorite Ant-Man series of all time, of the ones I've read. I never thought I'd like an Ant-Man series so much. It's just blowing my mind so far. Up next, it's Doctor Strange issue number 5. Loving the Doctor Strange series so far. Kind of hate this cover, but the art inside is still the same as it has been thus far, and I love it. It fits Doctor Strange so perfectly. And the final comic book on the Avengers category is Scarlet Witch issue number 3, which I am yet to start reading. I have the 2 first issues back there, but I will read this as soon as I can. From the Avengers to the X-Men, we have All New X-Men issues number 4 and number 5. Before Secret Wars, All New X-Men used to be my favorite X-Men title, but that has changed thus far. I love the vibe of this series, I love the tone of it, I love the art, but still, there's one series that right now has surpassed it. And that series is Uncanny X-Men issue number 3. I love the roster on this. I love how it differentiates from the all-new X-Men and the Extraordinary X-Men. And this cover, man. This cover is so beautiful. Can't wait to read this issue. We just talked about them. It's the Extraordinary X-Men issues number 3, which was delayed for about 2 months, and Extraordinary X-Men issue number 7. Love the roster on this. It's a very different vibe from the rest of the X-Men books, and it's the one that I'm thinking will divide a lot more people than the other ones. The last X-Men related comic book, and it's Old Man Logan. Love the miniseries from Secret Wars. Can't wait to read this ongoing one. And now it's the Inhumans. Uncanny Inhumans issue number 5 and All New Inhumans issue number 4. Yet to start reading both these series. All the issues are back there. I just have so many comic books to read that there's not enough time. We go right into outer space, my friend, and it's Silver Surfer issue number 2. Love the Silver Surfer series before and during the Secret Wars. Yet to start reading his new one, but is one of the most underrated characters I've ever read about. Our favorite scoundrels from outer space, the Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 5. Yotat from the Secret Wars is back, and I don't really care about the character, but let's see what they do with him in this ongoing series. Guardians of Infinity issue number 3. This is just a very confusing and surprising series. I am loving the time traveling aspect of it. because I'm just a sucker for that type of story. It's involving so many teams of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just so interesting. Star-Lord issue number 4. They're bringing Yondu back. I am loving the series so far. They're really doing a good job with the covers on this title. I love the first issue cover the most, but this one is also very interesting. Rocket Raccoon and Groot issue number 2. I love the Rocket Raccoon solo series. Didn't read the Groot solo series because I didn't think it would be interesting, and apparently it wasn't. But these two together, it's gotta be a good read. And finally, Nova. Issue number 4. I love Nova. He's one of my favorite characters, and paying homage to the original Fantastic Four cover. I love the characters he has featured on here. I love his dynamic with Miss Marvel in the Avengers, even though I don't care for her character all alone. I can't wait to get a good grip on this series. We come down from outer space, my friends, and we go visit our favorite web slingers, starting with the Web Warriors. Favorite Spider-Man related comic book going on right now. Web Warriors is just spectacular. Go read this if you aren't yet. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 1.3, Amazing Grace part 3. Still to read this Amazing Grace miniseries, and these 1-point-something issues just confuse the hell out of me. Amazing Spider-Man issues number 7 and number 8. Loving the new Spidey series going on. Peter Parker has just become a very different character, but not in a bad way. He's different because he has evolved. Spider-Man issue number 1. Miles Morales' adventures on the main universe start right in this issue. I totally recommend this. Go buy it, because if you haven't read anything of Miles Morales, this is a perfect way to get started. Spider-Man 2099 issues number 7 and number 8. Love Miguel O'Hara. This is my second favorite Spidey related title going on right now. I love Spider-Man 2099. Go read this. Radioactive Spider-Gwen issue number 5. This character has just become a sensation. I love her. I can't wait to get Gwenpool issue number 1 next month. Spider-Gwen. She's amazing. Spider-Man Deadpool issue number 2. Yet to start reading this. I think it's going to be a mini-series, and that's why I am waiting for it to end. Deadpool issue number 7, the 25th anniversary issue. This was $9.99, and this is gigantic, my friends. This will be a long read. But we are in the Deadpool fever right now, so let's keep going with that. Deadpool and the Mercs for Money issue number 1. Yet to read this because it's going to be a mini-series, and it's issue number 1. Deadpool and Cable Split Second issue number 3. Mini-series. I haven't read it yet. I will read it as soon as it finishes. Daredevil issue number 4. Love the last series from Daredevil. Can't wait to get season 2 on Netflix. I am just going to read the whole lot of Daredevil this coming week. We finished up with Marvel, my friends. Let's go right into DC Comics this month, starting with Injustice Gods Among Us Year 5 issues number 3 and issue number 4. This series has just been so great all throughout its run. My favorite DC comic ever since it started. Stalled a little bit. I think it was year 2 or year 3. Can't remember. But I'm glad they're ending this, and I think it's going to be a great ending. From Injustice to Justice League, The Darkseid War, parts number 7, issue 47, and parts number 8, issue 48. Loving this event. Compensating for Convergence a whole lot, because that just sucked. Loving how Wonder Woman's playing such an integral part to this story. I am absolutely freaking loving this event. My boy, Batman, issue number 49. Can't wait to get the next issue where Bruce Wayne comes back as Batman. That's all I gotta say, because I haven't read this yet. Batman Europa, issue number 4 of 4. Miniseries is ended. I will start reading this week. I love the artwork on this, and I can't wait to see if Batman comes to Portugal. Batman and Robin Eternal, issues number 18, 19, 20, and 21. I am kind of behind in this series. I think I'm on issue 12 or 13, something like that. From what I've read, not as good as Batman Eternal, which I loved. It doesn't need to be, because it's not even about the same thing, and it's a whole different tone from that. But it's still a great story. I totally recommend it. We Are Robin, issues number 8 and number 9. This is the best Batman-related title that does not have Batman series going on right now. We Are Robin is an absolutely freaking great series. I totally recommend it. Go read this right now. Grayson issue number 17. It's a tough series to get through, because I read this because I love Dick Grayson, but you just want him to be Nightwing so bad, and he's just a common spy. The story needs to be really good for you to care about it. Red Hood and Arsenal issue number 9. I missed the Red Hood and the Outlaws title because this is not as good. These guys are just so great together. The stories themselves just seem like fillers so far, but I can't wait to see what they do with Joker's daughter. Batman Superman issue number 9. Totally going to read this before watching Batman v Superman on the 23rd, and I will bring you a review for that movie on the 24th. And the Superman title everyone should be reading from its inception. Not the comic book that says Superman, but the comic book that says Action Comics. Comics, issue 49. Love this series. This is the official Superman comic book because the Superman title, I gave up on it on the first issue, but Action Comics has been great altogether. 49 issues in and I can't remember ever being bored with Action Comics. Green Lantern issue 49. Love this turn of events for Hal Jordan. Love the way his character is going. The Rogue Saga, I call it. Hal Jordan has a great character arc in this going on and I love it. And for those of you who like the Green Lantern universe, you totally should be reading Sinestro. This is issue number 20. This series is phenomenal. If you like the Green Lantern universe and you're not reading Sinestro, you are making a huge mistake. Deathstroke issue number 15. This series is just so much fun. Our favorite anti-hero from DC Comics is kind of in a redemption story, but not to become a hero. He's just there to make amends with his children, but it's just great. Deathstroke is a great read. Every month I have a lot of fun reading Deathstroke. It's just one of my favorite series from DC at least. And sorry to end on such a sour note, my friends, but this is Black Canary issue number 8, and I am giving up on this series because it's just a carbon copy of Spider-Gwen. It just is. They don't even try to make it different. I started this because I love the character, but it's just a carbon copy and it doesn't get interesting. Issue number 8, and it hasn't started to develop anything interesting, so I am giving up on it. But that was it for the month of March, my friends. Let me know if you are reading any of these series, which one of them is your favorite. Let me know which one of them disappoints you like Black Canary did for me, and I'll see you guys next week on my next movie reviews and next month on the next comic book overhaul. Cheers!